What's going on, guys? Saga Place here, coming at you with another Neon Dynasty, Kamigawa Neon Dynasty Magic spoiler. I am using the website I normally use, which is mythicspoilers.com. Pretty much here, I can check up on any and all spoilers from the day, from certain days and everything. So, we have 5 spoilers today, so fairly short video, and then also a bonus from Secret Lair Astrology, just a basic swamp. So I don't need to click on it. You can already see the imagery, but if you want a closer look, there you go. But yeah, that's really it for that. So let us start with a white land, a Ganjo, Seat of the Empire, legendary land. Tap, add white, channel 2 white, discard a Ganjo, Seat of the Empire. It deals 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each legendary creature you control. Alright, so right off the bat, I can now tell that all the legendary lands from this set are going to obviously more or less have a channel, and they'll be cheaper for each legendary creature you control with whatever effect they have. But yeah, and then also it taps for white, so if it's a first turn play, then there you go as your land, and since it doesn't come in tapped, that's also good. So you don't need to wait a turn. But yeah, pretty much there was that one, and if I remember before, it was this one, Takenuma Abandoned Mire, that had a channel, and its channel cost was reduced for each legendary creature you control. So with those 2 cards, right, just with that, I can tell that all the legendary lands that have channel will pretty much be reduced. Their cost will be reduced for each legendary creature you control. Next card, a Ganjo Uprising. X, red, white, sorcery, creature X 2/2 white sam. Oh my gosh, I cannot speak. Why did I say creature? Create X 2/2 white samurai creature tokens with vigilance. They gain menace and haste until end of turn. So that's good. You can attack right off the bat. Each opponent creates X -1 2/2 white samurai creature tokens with vigilance. Alright, so there is a downside to this. What that is, you pretty much are able to make however many 2/2 samurais you want with vigilance, and they gain menace and haste till end of turn. Downside is, like, your opponents can create those, but they don't gain menace or haste till end of turn. But they are reduced by 1, so pretty much it is somewhat of a balance per se, but I don't know if maybe if I think that this would be used like every now and then, mainly because the fact that your opponent, even if they get the samurais, your opponent will have to use 2 of them just to block 1 of them. So you may be able to get half of your samurais through if your opponent doesn't have any other creatures other than those samurais that came in when you cast this spell. So there is that. But menace and haste is fairly good for the samurais because it gives them, you can attack immediately and they gain a bit more protection. Even if you lose some, your opponent has to forcibly block using 2. Alright, and our last remaining rares, Light Paws Emperor's Voice, 1 white, legendary creature Fox Advisor, 2/2. Whenever an aura enters the battlefield under your control, if you cast it, you may search your library for an aura card with mana value less than or equal to that aura, and with a different name than each aura you control. Put that card onto the battlefield attached to Lightpaw's Emperor's Voice, then shuffle. Alright, so right off the bat, I can tell you, I don't exactly remember. This card is obviously Aura Matters, but this card I think would be one of the cards you would put into one of the D&D commander sets that came out last summer, where it was all about aura and equipment cards. So this card would be a good addition, because if I remember, it was green, white, and another color, I believe blue. But yeah, it was green, white, either blue or black. I forget one or the other, but yeah, this card would work well with that. And also, I mean, you're able to buff it up quite a bit, even if the aura is not going on, like the aura you cast. I mean, never mind. Oh my gosh, I cannot speak. Pretty much, the if you cast an aura, when you cast an aura and target, it doesn't have to target Light Paws. It can target any of your other creatures, and then you're able to get the trigger of searching for an aura card that has a different name than all the other auras you control, and it can come onto the battlefield attached to Light Paws. So the aura you cast doesn't necessarily have to target attach to Light Paws. It can attach to any creature or player you control, depending on what it says, but as long as that enters the battlefield and you cast it, you're able to get that trigger off. So that is nice. And so you're getting pretty much 2 auras for the price of 1, because I mean, you have to search for an aura that's mana value less than or equal to the one that you cast. So if you cast a very powerful aura, then you're able to search for another powerful, like a high CMC aura. Then you would be able to search for another high CMC aura with a different name. So that is good. Mukotai Soul Reaper, 1 black, 4/3, artifact vehicle. Alright. That art does not make it look like a vehicle. I thought that was a creature. Or Mukotai Soul Reaper attacks, you may sacrifice another artifact or creature. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on Mukotai Soul Reaper. It gains menace until end of turn. Crew 2. Alright, so not bad. But, I mean, pretty much whenever it attacks, sacrifice another artifact or creature, which is good if you got a solid like creature generation, or you're able to get artifacts down. And then you're able to give it +1, buff it up, and then give it menace, which makes it a lot more annoying to block, because if you don't have that many creatures and you want to keep them, then you're going to have to plan it out, right? Because, voice crack, but you're going to need to plan it out, because you would use your weaker creatures to block it, and you wouldn't want to use one of your, like, combo cards, obviously, that are super weak, but you need them to pull off the combo that you're trying to go for. So, yeah, pretty much +1/+1 counters, boosting it. So, it's not bad. If it had haste, it would probably be a whole lot more powerful, because when you cast it, you can, and you crew, after you crew, pretty much the same, if you crew it on the same turn it enters the battlefield, it won't be able to attack, I believe. Most likely not. I can't remember, but yeah, if you can't, then that sucks. But if it had haste, or no, wait, this doesn't come with summoning sickness, so you can crew it right off the bat and sacrifice your weak creatures in order to buff it up, give it menace, make it stronger, that type of thing. Sorry for that every blog. I needed to process this, because these are the first time I'm looking at these spoilers. So yeah, pretty much these did come out yesterday. Latest, these three cards, pretty much these 3 came out yesterday, and I didn't look yesterday because, as you see, January 10th. So yeah, but I did look at these cards, so it's not bad. But I really didn't look in depth. I just looked at the art. All right, Kami of Transience, 1 green creature spirit, 2/2 with trample, and whenever you cast an enchantment spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Kami of Transience. At the beginning of each end step, if an enchantment was put into your graveyard from the battlefield this turn, you may return Kami of Transience from your graveyard to your hand. Alright, so obviously this is good for a enchantment deck, mainly because it works well. It buffs up whenever you cast an enchantment spell, but also pretty much if you lose an enchantment and this is already in your graveyard, you could bring it back to your hand and cast it next turn, which is not bad. So I mean, you're able to get some recursion out of it, but you probably wouldn't want to lose your enchantments. But yeah, but I don't with this like this kind of card, since it is a buffs up with enchantments. I don't know if they'll bring back shrines, because Kamigawa first introduced the shrines, aka the Honden shrines, in one of the original Kamigawa sets, and they never showed up again until Core 21, where Shrine of All and or Sanctum of All plus all one of each one sanctum of each color came in for that set. So there's that. So I mean, pretty much that's a total of 11 shrines right now. I don't know if they'll put in shrines, because shrines were introduced in Kamigawa. So I don't know if it would be weird for them to bring back shrines in this new Kamigawa set, because it has been technically a very long time since the original Kamigawa block. So who knows what Wizards may do, because right now I don't think official spoilers will begin till the 28th, aka pretty much a month before February 28th, when Kamigawa is meant to be released officially. So yeah, it is somewhat weird to see like a set as the winter set or first set of the year being released in February, like late February instead of like late January or early February for me. So yeah, but who knows what'll happen. But with that short video, like I said, less than 15 minutes, but this is Saga Plays signing out. Hope you liked it, and like and subscribe if you want to see more. Bye.